course of his career, 30 years in the profession. Young, 55 years old, fit, strong, got himself in amazing shape over the course of this last year. We have him online with us, Mr. Jeff Roberti. Jeff, how you doing?
Thank you. Yes, Eric, great to be on the call, brother. Having a great time. Loving life.
Let me see the guns one more time.
Well, you know what? I'm 55 and I'm back to a weight I was 20 years ago.
Well, very, very nice. Well, I know you got a couple other guests that we're gonna talk to in a moment that are experiencing some high levels of success. But here's what I think would be valuable for people from your perspective. 30 years in the profession, been involved with one company for a very long time, through the ups and the downs. What has worked, or what are the lessons learned over the course of your career? What's worked over the course of your career, and what's working right now? So kind of a big open-ended question. You take it wherever you'd like to take it.
Well, you know what, Eric, that's a great question, brother. And yes, I'm an example of somebody that's been with one company for over 30 years. And a lot of times people think the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, but it still has to be mowed. You still have to get customers, you still build team, you still build relationships. So my advice to people out there is find a company, a product or a service, some leadership that you believe in, a marketing system you believe in, and stay put. And I feel very fortunate, very blessed that I'm an example of somebody 30 years later, a 9-figure earner, lifetime earner, that found a home, I call it the company with the heart, and the JP family. And very fortunate that I didn't jump around, keep moving from deal to deal, from the deal of the week, the flavor of the month. I mean, some people get caught up in that. So when you find something, you realize no matter where you go, the basics, the fundamentals are there no matter which company you choose. So, I started off when I came into the industry with a very good work ethic. I was a hard worker, and I guess the key word I look for in people is somebody that's hungry. I don't care about their education or their background, but if they have a hunger, like a real burning desire, a real willingness to work and teachable, that's the type of person I'm looking for. Somebody that's, I guess the word would be dissatisfied. They're dissatisfied with one or more areas in their life. And my why back then, Eric, was 30-some years ago as a broke 24-year-old waiter who was looking for some things to change in my life financially. I came into the business back then out of desperation. I was looking for things to change in my world financially, but I also understood the only way that was possible is to help other people, get what they want out of life. You have everything you want out of life. Remember the good old boy Zig Ziglar, the late great Zig? And I also understood that you've got to go out there with a mindset. It's 80% psychology, 80% mindset, 20% mechanics, with a mindset of, I'm going to add value to their lives and meet their needs, not my needs, not, focusing. Listen, here's how it works. The business is never about you. It's always about the person in front of you. And if you get clear on that, and you truly are focused on coming from a servant's heart and putting their needs ahead of your needs and adding value to their lives and creating raving fan relationships, your business will explode. And to show up with a really good work ethic and leading by example, people watch the feet, not the lips. Distributors don't do what you tell them to do, they do what you do. So you got to inspire you. You've got to be the person that steps up and leads by example and be the best distributor in your organization and, hold yourself accountable and raise your standards. But for me today, Eric, and, this is a 6- and 7-figure call, what happens, and I'll never forget the late, great Jim Rohn saying to me, he goes, Jeff, you're going to have a lot of growth as that broke waiter climbing the mountain, coming from the valley and climbing. He goes, but the biggest challenge you're going to have in life is to continue to grow once you've had the success. To keep growing once you get to the top. Like Tony says, Tony Robbins, constant and never-ending improvement, can I? In all areas of your life, your physical mastery, your relationships, your spiritual, whatever it is, all these different, the wheel of life. So for me today, I'm in the business business and I play at this level and show up at this level every day, 30 years later, number one, I love what I do. You get to add value to people's lives. And think about it. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure in life. You meet people all the time that they have the money, but they don't have the fulfillment. And in our business, in our industry, Eric, our profession, we are rich in relationships, love and connection, growth. Think about when you're growing and there's progress in your life. Aren't you the happiest in life when you're growing and you're progressing? And contribution, paying it forward. So for today, for me, Jeff Roberti, after 30 plus years of having this type of success, this type of residual income, for me today, it's about paying it forward. It's about inspiration. Never forgetting where you came from. Not focusing. Life's not about me. Life's about we. And going out there and doing something that counts. Making a difference. Doing something that's bigger than yourself. Something that that's rich in meaning or relationships and fulfillment and purpose. And something that there's a lot of emotional and spiritual revenue. I'm here today, right now. One of my best buddies is getting married this weekend, and another buddy of mine flew in from the UK. And I'm like, wow, this is what life's about. These relationships, this quality, this love, this connection. And that's what's really rich. I go to the conferences, guys. 30 years later, I'm sitting in the front row, taking notes, playing full out, laughing, crying, and I see people walk across the stage. New people come across the stage. And it's not the money, it's not the position, it's who they become. And you hear their health transformation in our company, or you hear the growth that they've had, the challenges and the adversities, and you see all the love and connection and people hugging them and kissing them and their team and the flowers. And I mean, it moves. It's like the Visa commercial. It's priceless. And I sit there crying 30 years later, moved emotionally, and knowing that you may have played a small role in that part of somebody's transformation. Maybe believing in them more than they believed in themselves in the beginning. So, Eric, I can't tell you, first of all, how proud I am to be in this profession. To do something that counts, something that matters, something bigger than yourself, something that's rich in meaning, fulfillment, and purpose. But also, Eric, I want to give you a little tribute, brother. What you're doing for our industry, what you're doing for our profession, and the impact that you're making on so many people's lives around the world, not only directly, but indirectly, my hat's off to you, brother. And I've never done anything outside of my company. I've always had blinders on. I've always been focused. I don't care what else is going on out there. You came to me 3 or 4 years ago, you go, Jeff, would you do an interview? And at first I said no. And then I went home that night and I prayed about it. And I thought, you know what, Jeff? That's selfish of you. Why would you only share this with your downline or people in your company? Why wouldn't you want to share this gift, this wisdom, this experience, these lessons that you've learned over the last 30 years with everyone? And I said yes. And I have to tell you, it was one of the best decisions I made to be able to share that and pay it forward. So that's what it's all about today, Eric. That's what I would challenge the 7-figure earners or the 6-figure earners. You have the money, but why don't you go back and never forget where you came from and what it meant when somebody shared this with you and how you felt when somebody cared enough to share a product, share a service, share this opportunity, share this profession, share this chance in life. And you know what? It's not an opportunity, it's a responsibility. Don't let your comfort get in the way of your calling. You've got an opportunity here. You've got a responsibility here to pay it forward. And that's how I feel about it. I'm very passionate about it, Eric.
I can tell. My gosh, you're fired up, man.
And I'm freaking shredded now, too.
Can I ask you a couple quick other questions?
Fire away. And I got a couple buddies that want to share.
I want to ask you a couple questions I've never asked you before. Over the last 30 years, how many times do you think your company has been in what you would call momentum? How many seasons of momentum do you think there's been over the 30 years?
How many times has our company been in momentum or seasons?
Yeah.
Well, that's a very good question, because when I first came in, we had a season and a momentum, and it was great. Everything was going well, but I also went through some tough times, Eric. I went through some down times, some dark times where the momentum, we went through a different season, a different stage. And one of the things I've always done as a recruiter, as a producer, somebody that's always stayed in the recruiting and the building mode, never got into the comfort zone or the management mode. I've always kept building. I've opened up, over 25 countries. But if some markets go through a cycle or a season or a different stage, you're always expanding and you stay in the production stage. And as a distributor, regardless of what's going on in the company, the most fun, the most juice, the most life, the most excitement, the most passion you can get in the big business is when you have some new blood. When you're putting on a new team, you got a new baby distributor, someone that's excited. They're excited about the brochures. They're excited about the first conference they've been to. They got a great attitude, a fresh, warm market. So no matter what stages or cycles or seasons the company goes through, I understand as a recruiter, prospecting and recruiting and team building, and what my job description is, getting customers, building team, building relationships. I always stay in the production stage. And that's where you have the most fun, regardless of what cycle or season the company's in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to ask the question is you've got a lot of people think that, only build when there's momentum. When there's not momentum, you go someplace else. You go find another company that's got momentum. And no company in the history of the world, long term, is always in momentum. There's up cycles, there's down cycles, there's stabilizing cycles. And the reason why I asked the question, I wanted to make the point, and I wanted people to hear from your experience from the top of the mountain what it's really like, and how important it is not to dig up your garden every time there is a momentum and go try and plant it in a new garden. And the other question I was going to ask you, you answered it already, is what do you do when you're in momentum? And what do you do when the company is flatline? And what do you do when you're declining? And it sounds like your answer is the same for all three stages.
Yeah, listen, Eric, I'll give you a really quick, precise, simple answer. Everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, but it still has to be mowed. No matter where you go, you got to do the basics. You got to do the fundamentals. You get customers, you build team, you build relationships. And what happens is a lot of people think that they can just jump from deal to deal, the deal of the month, the flavor of the week, whatever it is. And then they find themselves caught up in a world where all of a sudden they've lost their credibility, they've become a junkie, multi-level junkie, and they just keep moving around. Look, find a home and stay there. Yeah. And lock and load. I'll never forget when I first asked Jim Rohn 30-some years ago, I said, what do you look for in a company? And he said, you want great products or a great service, you want a great marketing system, but the number one thing you look for is leadership. Make sure that the guys that are heading the deal up, the people that are heading the company up, have a long-term vision, and they have your back, that they are not in this for a quick hit and run. And I was very fortunate 30-some years ago that I hung my hat here. And you know what? And I've never looked back. I've always had blinders on. I've always been focused. And, it's been an amazing journey.
I just wanted to ask you about that because I've studied the Steve Jobs and the Elon Musks and the Warren Buffetts and the Bill Gates and all those guys. What they say they have in common is focus. They absolutely put the blinders on, and that is their greatest strength. You think that's your greatest strength?
Absolutely. No doubt, Eric. I mean, when you have absolute resolve, and you have that absolute certainty, and you have that focus, where it's like, okay, you got those blinders on, and you know what? When you get involved in something that you truly believe in, there's a couple tips I will share with you. One, I'm the type of person that I understand you got to have the belief in the company, belief in your product, belief in your profession, belief in yourself. I mean, you got to go through some things where you build that belief, where you show up and you have that absolute certainty. You come from that position of strength. You have that voice of authority where you're bulletproof, where people go, holy shit, Jeff, it's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say. People communicate more with feelings than they do words. And they feel that. Success breeds success. But the second part to that, Eric, is you got to come from a servant's heart. You got to make the shift from your head to your heart. If you're in your head, you're dead. The longest journey in life is from the head to the heart. If I go from my head to my heart and I've got that certainty, that absolute freaking certainty, that confidence, that position of strength, but I come from a servant's heart, and people don't care how much they know. They don't give a shit how much you know until they know how much you care, right? It's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say, and people feel that. And when you come from that place, that you truly have their needs and their interests above your own, you go into a relationship to give, not to get. You're not measuring what you get in return. And if you truly go into that relationship with that type of attitude, your business will explode.
Well, I think you just shared a master class in what it takes to go to the top. A lot of people want to know, hey, tell me the exact tactic, and it's not about the exact tactic. It's about the energy. It's about the focus. It's about contribution. It's about belief. It's about passion. So I want to thank you for your contribution to the profession. Congratulations on 30 years.
I want to introduce you to a couple of people.
Bring them in. Bring the boys in.
Okay, first person I'm going to introduce you to, I'm going to brag on this guy for a minute. Come on over here. This is my buddy Luke. Luke's getting married this weekend, Luke Wren. And Tony Robbins just brought him on to be his #1 facilitator. When Tony's not on stage, he brings Luke on stage. And I'll have Luke share his story with you.
Well, Jeff, that was a kind of introduction to you guys. It's not about what I do outside here. I'm very blessed to be around amazing people. And if you're on this call, you already get it. You know, success leaves clues. And proximity is power. And if you're a 6-7-figure earner, you get that. You know, right, Eric? We were at the 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner the last few years because proximity is power. So who are you going to play with? Who are you going to hang with? It's easy to say, I'm lit on fire every day when I hang around that. You know, who are you putting yourself with? Who are you hanging with? And who are you doing it with? And that's why you get to these events. It's because it sifts out the people that aren't hungry for more. They go, oh, I made 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, I'm done. And the big players in life, the one thing I've learned from Tony, who's been my greatest mentor other than God and my parents, is, you know what? If you could become more, should you? You know, this is about growing and becoming more so you can give more and serve more and do more. Never forget the one thing that Jeff Roberti always says. It doesn't matter, 3 in the morning, at the end of a conference, somebody's asking him a question, and he gives them time. And you'll find this with successful people like Tony and everybody else. They answer every question because they never forgot what if somebody didn't give them the time. You know, in a 6-7-figure earner, sometimes you see it, the people go, oh, I've arrived, I've hit it, I've arrived, I've got all the answers. But the one thing I've learned is growth is life. And if you're not growing, you're dying. There's no in between. You don't stay the same. You either grow or you die. And the great thing about when you have all these different options of what you want to go to, you get around people like you. Because chances are, if you're a 6 or 7-figure earner, there's a lot of the time in an every day that you feel alone. So you've got to, you know, lions don't hang out with lambs, they freaking eat them. So you got to get around other lions and go after things and go, what do I want out of life? You know, yeah, I've done this, but what you've done is not who you are, it's what are you doing? Who are you hanging around now? Not who you know. Life isn't about, I always love people say knowledge is power. Excuse my language, but bullshit. It is, action is power. I don't know what they're doing in the background here making noise, but it's action is power. You don't get paid for what you know, you get paid for what you do. And that's where it's got to ask yourself, you know, I learned this from Tony, and it's write down the 5 people you're spending the most amount of time with. Write them down. And if you don't have 5 people that have the happiness, the bank account, the relationships, the fulfillment, the drive, the growth that you want out of life, reload. Find 5 new people. And that's the greatest thing about events like this, is you get in proximity to other people that already get it, and you fill the fire. You drive to go, you know what? There's always going to be somebody that did less than you, but guess what? It doesn't matter how fit, how rich, how happy you got. There's somebody happier, richer, and healthier than you. And so do you want to compare yourself to somebody else and go, I've arrived? Or do you want to go, you know what? I could do more. And if I could do more, should I? The answer's simple. Yes! It's that simple. So that's the power of getting in proximity to people that play life at a different level. Eric, right there in Vegas, you were telling me you came to an event. We were talking in the back, and he goes, Luke, you know what? I realized I can play at a different level, and you know what? I need to have a trainer and a cook and everything because I can get 2% more. There's a guy that just came out of a room of putting together a room of 20,000 people, and he's going, you know what? I can do more. I can tweak it more. I can drive more. I can do more, become more, and serve more. So you got to ask yourself, are you that person, or are you just happy where you're at? And that's the real question. And Eric, if you have any questions for me, otherwise I'll bring John out.
Here's what I wanted to tell you. Congratulations, man, Mr. Groom. You know, getting married, big weekend. How long you guys been engaged now?
We've been engaged since New Year's. We've been together for about 2 years. And, proximity is power also, right? I mean, picking your partner, somebody that makes you a better version of you is even more important. And I'm blessed in that area and very excited for the weekend.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations on the work with Tony. Congratulations on the work in the business. Congratulations on the wedding. Thank you for your contribution to our little event here. And I know that you're just warming up for what you're going to do, your contribution to the world. All of us are ready to step up our game, take it to another level. So thank you for that. And bring in John for a second.
All right. Thank you guys so much. And I'm very privileged to bring in John because this guy is one of the most humble guys I know that is just wildly talented and figures out always a way to take it to the next level. So, John, take it away, brother.
John Halawadi. How you doing, brother?
How are you, man? Long time no see. How's things?
I miss you.
Yeah, likewise, bro.
Here's what I would like to hear from you is, what have you seen in your career now in network marketing that has worked the best right now? Well, that's what's working for people around the world right now today in your organization.
I think the biggest thing I've learned is community, trust, and value. Those are the three key things that I would say will get you results if you are prepared to play the long game, basically. You know, our business is all about community. We create friends. We help people make money. We help people, serve a product. We help people share stories. But then you have the value aspect where it's not just about how many customers have you put on, how many distributors have you put on. It's more about how are you doing? How are you getting on with your goals? How are you, serving other people? And then the other thing is the value element of actually adding value to people's lives. We've all got different products in network marketing. We've all got different services. So actually sharing what you're doing from a passion point of view to add value to somebody else's life is the key point for me, really.
Well, I will tell you, what do you think has been the biggest breakthrough? What's been the biggest challenge that you've had and the biggest breakthrough that you've gone through in order to be able to get past it?
The biggest challenge was earning absolute peanuts for 2.5 years. There ain't a bigger challenge. Imagine earning $20 in your first month and telling you just heard Jeff's story, right? What did he earn in his first month? Big money. What did I earn? $20. Hey guys, I've got an amazing opportunity for you. You can earn $20 a month part-time, working from home on Facebook, right? So, that was my biggest challenge. It was actually, we talk about it a lot in the industry, is actually pitching up. But when I was a young guy building this business, I was pitching people that didn't believe in me. They were like, who's this young kid? What is he talking about? Network marketing, it's a scam, it's a scheme. They didn't understand it. So my biggest challenge was the no's right at the beginning. And I'll never forget, the closest people in your life sometimes don't believe in you. And I was listening to Jim Rohn in bed. I used to say as a joke, I went to bed with Jim Rohn every night, right? was living at my parents at 27 years old. That's embarrassing, right? You're still living with your parents at 27 years old? And I was listening to Jim Rohn, and my dad came into my room that night, and I thought he was going to say, "Good night, son, dream big." That's what I would have loved him to say. Do you know what he said? Brainwashed. And that's like the biggest role model in my life. So when somebody who you want to believe in you that much, and we get it all the time in the industry, we want our partners to believe in us, we want our brothers, our sisters, we want our best friends, our close family to believe in us, and they don't, that is the hardest thing you've got to deal with.
Who's trying to put peace signs up behind you?
Jeff's in the background dancing. Come on, Jeff, you might as well do the whole dance. so yeah, that'll be my answer, Eric.
All right, cool. Well, listen, I want to thank you, John, thank you, Luke, and thank Jeff for jumping on and just being a little gift to the profession. Get everybody in. Yeah, now show us the dance that you were going to show. You were trying to show everybody in the back.
A little groove.
Is this Magic Mike? Is this Magic Mike Part 3?
Come on, Hollywood. Oh, we got Hollywood over here. We got our buddy. He's been working on his stand. He's down here in Florida. See how tan he is? Look at him.
It's
He
amazing.
came from the UK. He's working on the tan.
You can tell how much sun goes on the UK by that.
All I can see are sunglasses dancing along that white wall behind you.
We came in so you get a Wi-Fi connection, brother. We came off the beach.
All right. Well, you guys have a great day. Thanks for your contribution. Love you all. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Eric, one word, brother. Thank you for what you're doing, bro. Thank you for the impact, the difference, the level you play at, the level you show up at, the difference you're making in the world, brother. Directly and indirectly, we appreciate you for our profession. Thank you.
It's my great pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Everybody have a good one.
Cheers, Eric.
Talk to you soon.
All right,
GoPro.
All right, everybody. So that is our total broadcast, including our extra bonus of Jeff Roberti, Luke Wren, and John Halawadi. And hope you got value from that. Hope you got value from this whole thing. And I hope that you're ready to take another step. They all talked about becoming more in order to be able to contribute more. And that's what Beyond Leadership is all about. So if you're all the way to this stage, I'd encourage you to take that next step. Take a leap, do something outrageous, decide to join in this adventure, and join me in Las Vegas in August for 5 days to totally change your life. Okay? So click on the link, get yourself registered, or don't. If you're not ready, that's cool too. But have a great day. Thank you for attending the Six Figure Summit online. Take care, everybody.